Area rug cleaning with the shower feed option.
Oh, no.
You have one in good condition that looks great.
Keep it.
Yeah.
20 years ago, 500. Today would be at least 1,200.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, easily. And it's, it's high density, so it won't show much wear, which is good.
And living in apartments too, it gives that like extra sound protection from.
That is true. That your people below you will appreciate.
Yes, exactly.
Alrighty then. This is a 100% polypropylene area rug. The tag does not state the exact fiber. It mentions that it's water resistant, it's resistant to moths, and it's high density. It is machine tufted, so it's not hand woven. There's no backing on it, so there's no glued backing or anything of that nature. And my client received this from her mother, who had it for 20 years. And I did a test on it to make sure what it was beforehand, but she called her mother. Her mother said she paid about $500 for it 20 years ago, which in the conversation I was having with the young lady is probably about $1,200 in today's day and age. It is a really nice rug. There are a lot of rugs that are machine tufted that are not expensive wool or cotton or silk, and they last a long time. This one has lasted 20 years. When she called her mother was able to recall that they did say it was 100% polypropylene, so that's how I know what the exact fiber is. I knew it was a synthetic fiber when I tested it. So I am using Green Dragon, which is wool safe, cotton safe anyway. No booster necessary. Just warm water. And I think I accidentally put 4 ounces per gallon. It was 2 gallons in this tank. I only used about 1.5 gallons, which is no big deal. It's not going to clean any better because I used more, but I could have used 1 or 2 ounces. I had the wrong measuring scoop laid out when I was filling up my bucket. But you could see today I chose to use my swirly. This is a 9x12, so it's much bigger. And I'm not doing any small area rugs today, so I'm not going to be utilizing my Auric. And rather than put my brush attachment on my swirly, which I have, it was not that dirty, so I bought in a microfiber scrubbing strip pad, which is on the machine currently. And what I'm doing is pulling the trigger, and the water is gravity fed, or the Green Dragon solution is gravity fed through the hose down above the pad driver, which has slotted holes so that the water and the solution drips down onto the pad. And I am pulling the trigger pretty liberally just because I want to make sure I get plenty of solution agitated throughout the fibers on this carpet. And underneath is carpeting anyway, and from what I'm told, the apartment community is planning on ripping the carpet out. She is moving and received this as a gift and wanted to have it clean for her 2 young children. So that is what we're doing here today, and the carpet underneath, like I said, will be ripped out. They're going to put in vinyl plank, which is a common occurrence. If you're in the cleaning industry, you'll start to see carpet is phasing out. Carpet is going to remain in basements and usually in bedrooms because it's warmer, especially if you're in the Pacific Northwest or Canada or along the north side of the United States where it gets really cold. I think there's a benefit to carpet and you won't see it go away, but you will see the majority of lower level homes that are split level being vinyl plank or wood or pergo, and the rest of the house Even the stairs are starting to go away, which I'm thankful for. Any of my carpet cleaning buddies out there, you thankful for wood stairs? Oh, geez. Stairs can be a nightmare to clean. They're relatively easy with VLM, but I'm just remembering my hot water extraction days and my 36-inch tool and the hoses, and oh my goodness. Anyway, I'll digress. Get back to this project at hand. It is just the one area rug. It is being cleaned for my minimum charge and probably will take as long as the video runs to clean it, minus of course unloading the equipment, bringing it up, and having some small talk with my customer, and then exiting, bringing my equipment down, coming back up with my clipboard and my work order, and receiving the payment. So I think this might be about 20 minutes. I did take my time. You could see here I'm working both directions, really working that through, as my customer's mother said it has not ever been cleaned in 20 years. She has done some spot cleaning, I think with just hot water and vinegar, something of that nature. But anyway, really good shape. She is moving down to California, down to sunnier climate. I think her husband is in the military. And I did explain to her that you could go to your local hardware store, Home Depot or Lowe's or whoever you have in your area, and they usually sell the bags that you could put these in for shipment. And this is a 9x12, so she would want to get the appropriate size bag. You just put it in the bag. I told her roll it up real tight, take some plastic wrap, that cellophane wrap that you use for cookies and baking, and just wrap tightly each end. That'll keep it from unrolling. And then get a bag to slide it in and tape the top shut. And then when the military sends out the moving truck to transport all of their belongings, it will be safe and secure from dust and dirt, inclement weather. And then when she unboxes it or unbags it, she can roll it right out and it will look just as beautiful as the way I left it here today. The lighting in here, if you were peeking over my shoulder, you would really see just how much soil transfer is happening here. This technology is what we refer to as the SET principle, which is the acronym is SETT for Soil Extraction Transfer Technology. I did explain that to my client as well. I did explain how the product works and has actually an anti-resoiling deposition agent in it, as well as the crystallizing effect, no detergents, no soaps. She could read the jar of Green Dragon if she wanted to. Totally a safe product. And I was surprised here. This pulled a lot of hair. I vacuumed everything thoroughly, but we still were able to dig up some pet hair. I'm going to be extracting the soil. So the first step was the application pad, which applies the solution and agitates it throughout the fibers. Also does a great job of scrubbing, and it does extract quite a bit of soil. The 100% cotton Ironman pad will finish it up. That helps dry up or absorb any of the solution and the suspended soils that are down in the carpet. What I'll do is I'll get real good along the edges with the cotton pad, then I'll go across the center, or I'll do it diagonally, you'll see. And I will do both sides, side A and side B of the pad. So one pad is fine for a 9x12 area rug. I'll do one direction, get down there, I'll try and show you the pad. We'll flip it over and finish the project with side B. And then off camera, I'm going to take my rug renovator brush, and on the gentle side, which is the light blue brush. It has two sides. One's more aggressive, the dark blue, and the light blue is gentle. I will take the brush and I will brush it all one direction so it's nice and uniform. Ready to dry in an hour or so and be rolled up. She's going to put a fan on it. That'll help with the drying process. You definitely want it 100% dry before you roll it up and put it in a plastic bag, especially up here where we have high humidity. You don't want to trap that into the bag and risk any odors or mildew and stuff of that nature. So we're going to let this dry out real good. This particular apartment is on the second floor. So I was able to park right by the concrete steps. There were 4 and 4, so 8 concrete steps going up. And then she is in unit 201, which is the second level. So there was probably about 13 more stairs. And they were really not steep. They had to have been laid out maybe 3 inches high above each step, or the riser. So you just 1, 2, 3, and they were quite wide, which is nice if you have bigger feet. Easy with the 10-inch wheels, obviously. Still debating if I want to use the other skinnier wheels. I put them on and tried it. I didn't show it on camera, but I decided to go back to these pneumatic wheels. These, sometimes people say on a thicker pile plush carpet the wheels drag, and I will say they do. You have to use a thicker pad to raise it up, even though I think there's a 1.5 or 2 inch riser on this particular driver anyway. But I do like these wheels. They look kind of cool. And let's see, I'm probably not going to dip down low enough to show you the pad, but further along in the video I'll show you. You could clearly see the soil. That pad was snow white when I started. So we'll flip it over, put the clean side down, side B, and continue on. Now I am no longer using the shower feed, or I was no longer using the shower feed as soon as I started with the extraction process with the cotton Ironman pad. No need to do that. I laid all the solution out with the application pad. And you can really see it just brighten up as I go across. And then I'll show you the final pad, both of them. You wouldn't have known when you first walk in. It didn't look that dirty, but after she said it hadn't been cleaned in 20 years, I was thinking we were going to have a pretty good pad display. I know there's a few people that watch my channel that like to see those dirty pads. I do too. The proof's in the pudding, or the proof's in the pad. Oh, there you go. Policy coining a new phrase. Hit that VLM industry. The proof's in the pad. There you go. You heard it right here on Pro Carpet Cleaning channel. Policy. I may have to put that little slogan on my website. Love the sound of the swirly. Just listen to how smooth that machine operates. This is a 15-inch machine, so you can use 17-inch pads. You could use bigger pads, but I think I might even be using 15-inch pads today. I know I had purchased quite a few of the 15-inch pads before I was using my Vibe. When I was using more of my Koblenz, we would switch between the 15-inch Ironman and the microfiber pads, and my summer helper would take my SUV, either the Auric or the Koblenz, and he would go do jobs, and then I would take the swirly in my regular work van and do jobs. That way we both could operate with 15-inch pads. There is a little piece of hair that I dug out of the regular carpet. You'll see it right under there. I did pick that up. I think it's still pictured in the final result. But I did notice that, and I picked it up to let the customer know that was just a piece of hair, not a dirty part of the edge of the carpet. You can see it right there at the bottom. See that little black spot? That is hair. I removed that, put it in the trash can. I always tell my clients about the process, what was just done to it, how to maintain the carpet from here on out, maybe do a post vacuum before she packages it to move it. And I also tell my clients my work is 100% guaranteed. If for any reason they see anything that I missed, or a spot reappears, or for whatever reason, if they're not happy, call me. I'll come back out, take care of the problem right away. If I can't make my clients happy, it is a 100% money back guarantee. I am not going to take any money from hardworking people unless they are 100% satisfied with the work. And this carpet was professionally cleaned with a low moisture soil extraction transfer technology process. Should last another 20 years, and safe and ready for her 2 girls to play on when she gets down into California. So I'd like to take this time to thank all my viewers. If you're watching my videos and you're not subscribed, do your boy a favor, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next episode.